Hello world, how are you? I just wanted to make another video just to let you guys know that you're doing very well today. Like really well done guys. Famous 5, extremely well done today. You've had a freaking good day. Like well done. Thank you for the encouragement and support, and thank you for being around the way you guys are. I really appreciate it. Mom 1, thank you again for all the help, and just thank you for being my friends, man. I know that we haven't had the best of starts, but I hope that we can make up for that. I want to work with you guys, and I want to get to know you guys. So just again, thank you. This is just me doing my thing. I'm very chilled at the moment. I've got everything happening. The earth is okay for now, but we need to up our game. We're going to have to up our game again. So we must just strap in for that. That means Dad's going to send a whole bunch of stuff our way that we're going to need to deal with, okay, in a positive, productive way. So things are going to come up in our personal lives, and we're going to need to press forward and not become weighed down or consumed by them. So keep going on the straight and narrow, okay? If you screw up, you screwed up. It's fine. It's not about screwing up anymore. Okay, we're all going to make mistakes. That's fine. It's about getting to know God. That's all that matters, is our relationship with the mother and the father. The son is doing his thing, that's fine. The mother and the father is what's important. Okay? Daddy, please can I have your blessing for that? Okay. Thank you. So that's what's important, okay? And just keep it in mind, like what I said earlier, it's not about you being a son or daughter of God. Make it about the fact that God is your parent, that He's actually offering something like that, because that's a privilege. It's really, really cool to have that offer. Test your conscience. Start to speak to your conscience and see what I'm talking about. You'll notice that it's a grid that's over you. This grid is not a human technology, but it is a technology nonetheless. There is a cage over the human race. I'm telling you now. Okay, so we've made contact. I've made contact. That's happened. So again, you guys are very, very slow on the uptake. But you're not going to just wangle me out of this. I've worked with these beings a long time. I'm only bringing you into this world now. You've been on the outside of this world for a long time. Please don't mess it up, because you'll get put back on the outside. I'm asking nicely. I didn't ask for your help to get here. I didn't. And even if I had, you wouldn't have helped. You really wouldn't have. You didn't know how, to be honest. I'm trying to be as fair and as civil and as nice as possible. I've realized, though, that even if I do need to go to the street, that's okay, because they'll give me the strength to do it. There is something here that I've never had the privilege of knowing before. I want to be around this energy. This is Daddy and Mommy. I want to be around their energy. It's not a human energy, no matter what you want to say. I know human beings, right? There's none of you that can tell me anything about a human being. None of you. Right? I am very gifted when it comes to understanding the human mind. So when I say that this is not human, I can tell you that because I know. You wouldn't even know. You still haven't even made it past base 1 or first base. You can't even accurately identify where you are or who you are. Do you know that? If you think about it, who are you? And now please don't, I'm just using this as an example. So Mom 1, for instance, Who are you, Mom One? As in, are you your body, your flesh, your suit, right? Your flesh? Are you a spirit within that flesh that inhabits that flesh? Gives life to the flesh body. That would mean that there are two bodies. There are the flesh body, or there is the flesh body, and there is the spirit body. So then what are you? Can you accurately pinpoint that you know that you know that you know where you are situated in that equation? You can't. So the truth is, you don't know where you are situated. You are told it's here and here and here and here, based on, but you don't know. You don't know. Who are you? Where do you come from? What is your purpose as a race? You don't know. We come from a long line of kings and queens and conquerors and world rulers, or whatever. But to what end? Who created your species? Do you know the first of your kind? No, we don't. So where did you originate from? The truth is, I don't believe for a second that you believe that Charles Darwin, that we come out of some primordial soup. That's the biggest load of bullshit on this fucking planet. Do you think we come from a cell? We don't. But again, that's what we've got to work with. Right? So we don't know who we are. We don't know where we are in this expanse. You can go to the highest shadow government. You can go to the highest scientific organization. But if you boil it down to the nitty-gritty, you don't need science. See, this is where science starts to become hazy, where it blinds you, which is normal. It must do that. But the truth is that we don't know where we come from as a species. Sorry, we don't. I don't know what technology carbon dating is. I don't believe that there's carbon dating. If there is, I would need to see it myself. I would need to have a talk with the person doing it and understand what scientific formula you have to prove that something is over 1,000 years old. Even then, 1,000. How can you go back 100,000 years? What do you have to base on? And it makes no sense. It's weird. But be that as it may, I do know that this earth is quite a few more than 6,000 years old. So, again, at the top, you guys have painted a hectic picture, but I did that. See, I did that. Yeah, I'm here with the powers and the principalities. I wish you guys could experience more. But it doesn't work like that, you see. The truth is that I will sound mad because a light has come into the world and the darkness did not understand it. You don't understand where I'm at now. Like, to you, it will seem like madness. Because that's how God has willed it. There's no hangers on or leeches or I did the work. I did the journey to hell in a way you can't begin to imagine. I encountered these spirit beings and still do. And you can't piggyback off of that and expect to be okay. There's no coming to God through me or anything like that. You go to God directly. You come as you are to God. That means you get onto your knees and you go before the Father and the Mother and you pray. And you become a friend of God and you include Him in everything in your life. That means every aspect of your life you've got a best friend. Maybe God doesn't want that for everybody's life. Maybe some lives are meant to be lived differently. I don't know. But that's how it became for me. And I pray the whole day. The whole day is spent talking to God, where He reveals things to me. He shows me what impact my words have had, who it's affected, different types of people. If a situation arises, He's directed me there. Every single page or post is directed to me by God. My whole life is filtered by God. I live, eat, and breathe God because I want to, because I love Him, and I love Mommy and Evie. But I didn't know God like this when I first started out. But then again, I was a child. So it changes. But this relationship has come as a result of spending time with God. And God really has taken the steer. He's directed the ship. Make no mistake, like it really is in a big way, not to get too carried away, because man still has a chance, but to know that with God, all things are possible. With man, you can't just do it. There is no formula or quick fix. It's not like that. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say about whoever it is who's had a radical transformation. There are radical transformations that happen to a point, but long-lasting, enlightened growth, evolution, change on a constant basis, that comes from God alone. No Satan, no Lucifer, no one can replicate that. It will eventually become stale no matter who you are. You must understand these beings are well in contact with God. They understand what it is to be connected to Source. That's why everybody's probably on their best behavior. A lot of people have changed and a lot of beings have grown. When I appreciate that, it means the world to me. And I can't see it, but I feel it. The spirit world I'm talking to now. You guys are beyond incredible. How you guys move and wind and tap or weave a tapestry through time and space. I've never seen it. Hands down. Hands down. You are masters of your craft. I'm only just getting to know you now, but really, you guys are special. You guys live like a Dobby almost. Not in a bad way, but you do so much and you actually don't get recognized for it. Nobody ever says thank you. And I know you say you edify yourselves, but I just want to say thank you tonight for what you do, for all the hard work and thought and the precision to make sure that it's this precise all the time, without fail, day or night, no matter if it's a good day or a bad day, if it's rain or hail or snow. You guys make sure that we transition from phase to phase, cycle to cycle, without fail. You make sure that the birds have got enough food and like humans don't kill themselves. You make sure that the cars drive half or decently, and as fast as things get, you guys adapt and you lead the pack. So again, I just want to honor you guys for doing that. The tinkerers, the real tinkerers that, play in source code and dabble in real magic, the magic of the eons of time. It is really over the span of time that one can understand, even in my body, with whoever I could be. Even if I was the Son of God, I couldn't take in all the majesty that you guys display on a daily basis. And that's really from my heart. When I met you guys, I never realized how much we'd grow together and how far we'd come. But I can truly say that I've met a human, and the rest is history. Thank you guys for what you do. And thank you for how you show me love. And thank you for healing the world the way you've been doing that. Here's to working together like this. And here's to finding out about how awesome you guys are and what you guys actually do with this world. And how you manage to run so much, so brilliantly. The true puppet masters, which is not a bad thing. Because without your strings, we are lost. Any which ways, yeah, we've been through a lot. And I'm slowly starting to understand what it is to be in the presence of God. Like my mommy, daddy, and you know that I always worship the one creator, the grand prime architect. But you guys remind me of my dad. You really do. Just what I've encountered so far. Because my dad is very shy, in a way. It is. There's a level of shyness and a level of where you want to be seen, but you also, there's a lot that goes into it. So thank you guys for being who you are. Very special. Anyways, let me not become a cloud of snot anymore. We're just chilling here. That's the Collins. There they go. I don't know if you can see so far. Yeah, the Collins have decided to vacate South Africa now completely. What are we going to do, everybody? Oh, look, here they come. It's pretty cool, hey? Look, the sky's all broken up and stuff. It's very cool. Yeah, anyways, so we're feeling a bit better now. People don't want you to go. They want you to explain more about the spirit world. Who is this that talks to me? This is people that can do that. That are, you know who this is. Don't go down that road. I know you zoned out right now. Okay. So, what do you want to know about the spirit world? Who is Lucifer? And who is Satan? What are their purpose here? Is their intent hostile? And if so, can we ever hope to defeat them? No offense. Okay, their intent is not hostile. They are like the God particle. If you can understand of a being that exists, it's one being. I know it's going to sound big for you. There's no way. That would mean the whole, well, yes. So, just like you are people, let's put it like this, because this is how how it gets. Because you're intelligence, so just like you are people, and there is 9 billion of you per se, okay? And there is 9 billion of you spread out all over the planet. And that whole 9 billion of you form an energetic grid, a collective of souls. That's one being, the human race, the human. So when you talk of the human, it would be 9 billion of you. Okay? So now think of atoms, for instance. There is an intelligence behind that atom. Every atom would form its own collective of the atom. What do you see? The plants would form their own collective of the plant. There is an intelligence behind that too. Holy shit. So you see, dear friends, it does become a bit of a numbers game. But no stress, no fret. Again, let's go back to it. So Lucifer and Satan would be the God particle. They would be in everything. They are like among the sons of God. So they would be the ones that sift you, test you, see everything, all your dark side, all your fear, all the good, all the bad, all the happy, all the sad. Whatever you do is recorded, right? This is how it is to live as a collective and to be one with what is around you. At the moment, what had happened is you've become disconnected from the world around you. So if you go to the toilet, you feel shame, for instance, and you close the door and you have this perfume and you spray so that if you made a poop, then it doesn't smell. But the truth is that's a natural thing. Why are you feeling shame? That is a limitation on you that detracts from who you're supposed to be. 10% of your brain is nothing. That's less than a slave race. You are a slave race. That has happened. So understand, if you treat animals the way you do and you slaughter chickens, 10,000 of them every day or whatever, you mass market animals and livestock, what makes you think that that is not going to get done to you by higher life than you, if you should meet? Let's go there. And this one is now very nice for the people that do magic and want to invoke demons. And I mean, let's be real, that demon has been around for hundreds of years. That's fact, right? Not 80 years or 60 years or hundreds, thousands, millions. You can go there. Because in some cases, in maybe more than what we know, that is true. Millions of years. Millions. And you are 80 years old. What are you going to do or say to that demon that is 1,000,000 years old, that is of any interest to them? Do you believe that you are that interesting? No, you're not. Sorry. Why would I? That would be like talking to an infant. You realize that. But then again, you wouldn't know because you don't have a bearing on what is around you. You don't know where you are or who you are. Do you think a cow in a dairy farm knows that they're a cow in the dairy farm? You would assume they do, that they know that they're a cow. They're not happy. We say the cows aren't, they've been overused or overproduced. They're forced to produce so much milk. But we put them in free-range cows, so free roaming, they've got larger areas to roam. What happens is they're happier and they produce more milk. So we can say that if cows got emotions, etc. So do you think they know they're a cow? It's a good question, don't you think? You would assume, yes, they know they're a cow. How? How would you know that? You don't know. What is a cow? What is a chicken? What are livestock? A stock was something that you would put somebody in when you punish them. Live is, as we know, reality. To put you in a stock that affects your reality. The mind. So, again, when you treat the world around you the way you do you expect that if you met higher beings, they would treat you any different? And if so, why? Are you more intelligent than the rhinos that you slaughter, for instance? I'm just saying. And because you are more intelligent, that means that a higher life force or being should a race encounter humans and contact be made, that you would be treated better now? So we reason the same way, and there's a lot of presumption about who the counterpart would be and how they'd react. Do you think they'd even want to speak to you? No, they wouldn't. And chances are they wouldn't treat you as a human race would be treated, or would think they would be treated. That you wouldn't have any rights, just like you treat animals. You would be treated like animals too. That is the reality of the situation. But that is not the only option on how to proceed forward. We are keen to see more, Julian. You have shown signs of great potential. Please keep it up.